What is up, everyone? I am here at, well, I'm going to show you. You've still got a sign for Cabella's here, even though it's been converted to a Bass Pro Shop. But yes, so I am here at Cabela's / Bass Pro Shop to do some preparations for my drive west. As I have stated before, I am in the process of driving across the country. I've just had an extended stay in Kansas City because my grandparents live here. But the big drive is going to be coming up real soon, so I have to get some bear spray. So I decided, hey, I'm going to go to Cabella's Bass Pro because that's right next to where I work, where I'm currently working. So I'm gonna show off this Cabella's Bass Pro. Because I know this type of store can have some interesting stuff, and it's just by popular demand. Got the deer heads here. And I'm going to show the big thing that they have. Probably the poorest person in this store. But, bear spray is not something I'm willing to drive through the Rockies without. So, you gotta do what you gotta do to be safe. But I did think I'd show this off because of popular demand. Part of it is sad to see all of these animals that were killed for this display, but at the same time, it is a well put together display. Going to put the camera down so that we don't get people in the shot. And here's a deer that's down. Or is that intentional? Because there's a bird on that. We got some bears fighting. And look at those big teeth. And those claws. That is the reason we are here, is to get some spray to ensure that we don't end up in those claws or those teeth. Seeing the pigs, I'm just like, oh, that's the reason I became a vegetarian ultimately, was thinking pigs were cute. Well, that was what started me down that road, so makes me sad to see it. Yeah, this display obviously makes me sad, but showing it off by popular demand. And then, do we have fish in here? Yes, we do. There you go. And there you go. So, this store is... There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know how much I need to show off, but definitely wanted to show it off out of popular demand. Weapons are banned at the place I'm going to be moving to, because since I'm going to be living on site, they get final say in that. I did think about getting a gun for driving through the Rockies. I know some of you thinking me with a gun is hilarious, but it is something I thought about for when driving through the Rockies. Yeah, this is a fairly nice Bass Pro Shops. It's a former Cabella's. Filming this video by popular demand for before I make the journey west. Can I make it through? Yes, quite easily. That's what happens when you're skinny, is you can fit in those small places. Like, I mean, to some extent, I will say, I do sort of feel like Grover at the Gateway Arch, to make a timely reference to the Percy Jackson show. But at the same time, like, I mean, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying this is an impressive display. I would be lying to not say that. And look at this, we've got some, are these plants real? They might be, actually. Would be cool if they had real plants in here. I think I just heard a caribou. But yep, end of February is when I'm going to be making the journey west. So, I'm going to get in my car and drive all the way to East Sound, Washington. And driving through the Rockies and doing some adventures that I have planned. I don't want to do it without bear spray, So kind of important that I'm able to do that, so that I can ensure that, you know, I'm going to be safe. Let's see if there's anything upstairs that is worth showing off. Well, I mean, I do see a plane that I can show off up close. Obviously, their cafe is not something that will have anything that I'll eat as a health foodie. But let's see. Yeah, their old-timey candy is not old-timey in terms of not having overly processed ingredients in it. You've got a few things up here. that you might think are worth looking at. And now we've got the airplane that I mentioned. And you get to see the top of the mountain. That's the bighorn sheep. And then heading over this way, we've got a mock general store. I have something like this that will be very important to me. But here's our mock general store. We've got a shooting range, but it says it's out of order, but still might be worth looking at some of the props in here. This wasn't out of order. Might be worth doing just to check it out. See what some of these things do. Reminds me of what a lot of theme parks have. And now it is time to get some bear spray. Holy crap! These things are cheaper than they are at the hardware store. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a few of these. That should be enough to get me through the journey and through the rest of maple season. But those are, like, I mean, I can't believe it. Those things are $7 or like $8 at the hardware store. They're $6 here at Bass Pro. So that's something good to take note of with it, like if you have a Coleman camp stove. Got another display here. I'm going to turn the camera around to me so that I don't get other people in my shots. And you've got some elephants here. I hope that they didn't actually taxidermy elephants because they are an endangered species. Some of these animals I really hope are fake. I'll just say that. I hope these are not actual taxidermy for some of these. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for the touristy part of this Bass Pro Shops. And now I'm going to ask for some help finding some bear spray. So I'm going to end this live stream here. And yeah, thanks for watching. This has been the Cabela's / Bass Pro Shops in Kansas City.